Hey everybody, it's Old School Nerd. Weird morning. And it's the conversation's kind of long overdue, so we're just gonna have it now. I I'm just gonna let everyone know that I'm still doing reactions. We're still doing live streams. Um, I don't know when or if we will ever do another super stream where you guys can make requests via donations for primary placement in the queue and things like that. I've been getting a lot of angry messages both privately and in comments to other videos I'm reacting to by people who are upset that I haven't reacted to the video they want yet. Um, there are three things all of you need to be well aware of. Number one, I don't pick the videos that I react to. Okay, all of you do. That's always been the case and always will be the case. I don't pick and choose based upon what I like. It's never been the case. And if you believe that, it's just not true. It usually comes down to when we do a super stream, a super chat stream, and those who want to support the channel, they can. And I tell everyone that the top 10 requests from that stream are guaranteed to be done first. And I try to get them done within the 7 days of that week. And it doesn't matter what they are. Now, all the other ones go into the queue, and they go at the top of the queue. But when I tell you that my queue of songs to do is close to 3 digits, it's in the 80s, okay? So if you requested a song months ago and you just floated the request in a video comment section or you messaged me on Instagram and stuff, I'm not ignoring you, okay? But there are those who know that as a reactor, I can't really monetize my channel. Can't. There are certain artists that allow me to monetize reactions to their channel, and those people are amazing. And if you want to know who those people are, I will privately tell you who they are. But those people like that people react to their stuff. Those people like the fact that I'm sharing their art with other people, therefore other people get exposed to their art and everybody benefits. That's awesome. But another thing you guys have to realize is sometimes people will ask me to do reactions to things that I know are going to get me in trouble. And I do my best to do what is best for my channel first, and then to accommodate that person. I'm going to give you an example. All right. Right now, I currently have a copyright strike on my account. And it was because somebody wanted me to do a reaction to something, and they asked me and asked me and asked me and asked me and asked me. And so I finally did it. Now, the problem is that I had already done one to this artist before, and it got copyright claimed, but it wasn't a strike. So because I did one from this artist, this particular person flooded me with requests, 5, 6, 7, 8 of this artist. Oh, you got to do this one and this one and this one. And so I was like, okay, bro, I'm just letting you know that I've already got copyright claims. And not only did this particular artist give that I get copyright claims from them, I even got a copyright claim from Metallica because they were doing a cover of a Metallica song. And the whole the world knows when it comes to copyrights, you don't mess with Metallica. They just don't like it. So this person made an ugly comment yesterday, and a comment about how apparently I don't want to do his reactions he's asked for, that I just want to do the stuff I want. And They posted it right in the middle of another video I posted. Had nothing to do with it. But, what can you do? So I privately messaged this person to let them know the reason why I have not done his 7, 8, 9 requests of this artist is because I've already gotten a copyright claim from that person. And Metallica for this song that I've done in the past. So I did feel bad that this person has now these are not paid. This isn't just someone who did it in the super stream or something. Not a top 10 request. No, this is just someone who, and they just talked about how they've requested and they made it sound like I have impeded the progress of their life because I haven't done a reaction to the songs that they want. So I made the mistake of second guessing myself, and I thought, you know what? I'll just do the reaction. I'll react to one of the songs the guys wants. I mean, what they're going to do? Just copyright claim it? I won't make any money? No kidding. That's every day for me. Copyright strike. I uploaded it. It didn't even go live today because it was copyright striked and removed by the artist. And so I have a strike on my account till September. So when I tell you I'm going to do my best to do the reactions you guys request, but if it's something I know is not a good idea and I say I can't do that one, can you give me another one? Don't be mad at me. And don't say you just don't want to do the request. You don't want to do it. Dude, I'm going to help you guys out. I'm going to give you guys a little hint. You ready? Anything, okay, that is from 1990 to 2000 and say 13, 14, 15, that is the era where YouTube started to get big and record companies started to panic. Remember Napster? Remember file sharing and copyrights and everything else? So all the record companies and all the bands and all the performers around the world signed deals with huge copyright companies to protect their art. Totally get it. And so most of the videos you guys asked me to react to from like 1990 all the way through like Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit and Korn, all those videos I've done, it took weeks for those videos to even clear the blocks so I could even post them. And I still run the risk of being copyright struck now by even having them on my channel. Because during that time period, that 15-year period, 20-year period, the record labels, the record companies, radio, record sales, all that stuff was so scared of YouTube taking all of their revenue and people posting everything online and losing all their money that the contracts of copyright protections during that time, if you go back and try to do stuff, you'll get ganked. And a lot of reactors know this. They'll agree with me. They'll come into my comments and say, yep, he's right. I can't do a single Korn reaction because of it. Now, in the last 5 years, say 2016 to now, YouTube has become the new radio, the new open media for people to listen to. There are people listening and watching videos on YouTube and deciding there if they want to, buy the album. So bands and performers and artists are now starting to embrace YouTube as the new radio platform. Let me give you an example. I've been contacted by 8 different bands, okay? And I'll give you some of their names. Torrential Rain, Fractal Universe. I've been contacted by Astriction. I wasn't contacted by Vinter C, but when they realized that I did a reaction and I love their stuff, they messaged me and it's like, dude, what else can we do for you? I'm like, nothing. I'm just loving your band. And it became kind of this great relationship with awesome people. I've been contacted by many, many bands. And a lot of them are like, hey, it's similar to when I was growing up. Do you remember your local radio station, your local rock 80s and 90s hits, you know, whatever the radio stations that were big in your town or city when you were growing up. Do you remember how when bands would have an album coming out or bands would be doing a show coming up, they would stop by the studio and promote the album, promote the concert they had coming up? Because that's how they could reach their audiences, okay? That's YouTube now. So when artists used to use the radio to help promote their albums so you would buy it or promote their shows coming up, that medium is now dying, per se. So you see a lot of people being able to contact reactors. So I realized quickly that all these artists are coming up to me and saying, hey, we love what you're doing. We feel like you get the kind of music we're doing. You understand music. You understand arrangements. You understand theory. You have a love of music, and you're really good about describing how you feel about it. We would love you to do a reaction to ours and share it with the audience. So essentially, people like myself and Tank the Tech and a criminal, Galactic Criminal, and they're Nick Nocturnal, Charismatic Voice, all these different Alex Hefner, Tulip Mafia, whatever reactor you like, whether they're a hype person, whether they're a reactor just to be, thumbnail clicking, or if you are like myself, Charismatic Voice, Tank the Tech, Nick Nocturnal, and a few others, and I've missed a couple of your names, I'm sorry, that really get into the music itself, the artist, the creative process. Like Tank the Tech will talk about their setups, what they're doing, the equipment they're using, because that's what he loves. It's his passion in life. He's really good at it. So we've become the new radio, where people will come to us and say, I want them to react to this. I want to see what they think because it's good. But then the bands are doing it too. Now, here's the difference. I've had an artist come up to me in the last week, okay? And they sent me an email. Dear Mr. Old School Nerd, which is the funniest thing ever to see an email where somebody goes, Dear Mr. Old School Nerd, I represent such and such band, and we're planning on da-da-da-da-da-da. How much would it cost for you to do a reaction to our new song? How much would it cost? They want to pay me to make a reaction to their music. And I declined it. Now, here's the thing. What they don't know is I've already done the reaction to the music, and it's going to get posted anyway because I want to do it. Why? Because I love reacting to music. But I didn't want this up-and-coming band to do one of two things. Number one, if you're paying for my reaction, I'm obligated to do a positive reaction to it. And I don't want to do that. That's fake. That's a lie. And I can literally name off 5 reaction channels right now that are doing that. They're being paid for their reactions. That's why they come out the way they do. And they're all super, they could literally be singing to someone banging 2 rocks together, and they're just like, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm like, dude, they're paying you to say that because it's not. And that's okay. That's them. But some of the reactor friends that I have, we won't do that because we want to be able to be honest. We want to be able to be real. We want to be able to be ourselves. So I did a reaction to the music, and it was a genre of music I'm not really all that into. But I really like the guy's, this artist's irreverence, his kind of, his quirkiness, kind of reminded me of some Beastie Boys action back in the day, but in a good way. So I did the reaction, and it was a pretty positive. Now I was going into the reaction going, okay, if this thing sucks, I'll say it sucks, and I may not post it. But after I watched the video, I was like, man, that's pretty good. So I'm going to post it. And the artist doesn't know I'm doing it. They've already given me the date that they hoped I would be able to have it done by. Yeah, I'll have it done before then. No, I don't want your money. It's okay. I think you're going to like how I feel about it. It's pretty good. You did a good job. And no, you guys don't know who they are, but they know who they are. So here's what's going on. I had a moment of weakness, and I did the reaction for the person who is complaining that I don't do their reaction, their requests. And this person didn't just give me like one request. I could scroll through my Instagram right now and it is literally 20, 30 songs that they've asked for. Okay. You could ask me for one and I'll do that one for you. But to give me 30 requests and want to know why I haven't done them, I don't work for you, bro. This isn't a job. This is a labor of love for me. I love doing this and interacting with people. Give me one and I'll do it. Give me 30 and now I feel like you're just pushing me. Also, let me get something off my chest and listen to me very clearly. And I called a couple of you out. If you're copy and pasting on every video I've posted on the last week, and it's the exact same, you posting the exact same request, word for word, over and over and over on every request I put, I'm not doing that song. I'm not gonna do it. Even if it could literally be the brand new Nightwish. Not gonna do it. Why? Because you spammed my channel and there's no reason for that. Just post it once or privately communicate to me on Instagram or come to the, dude, ma'am, whatever gender you are, just come to the super stream or super chats when we have one and just type it in. I'm not saying you got to pay for anything. Just type it in so we all see it so we know. But to spam your request, copy and paste, boom, 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 in every single one of my reactions for an entire week, I personally, even if it's an artist I love, not going to happen. On principle, I'm not going to do it. Also, especially if I go, when I launch videos now, I watch them. And I usually do live premieres too. And if I launch a video at noon, and at noon, at 12:02, there's a comment saying, you should react to this. I'm not doing that. You want to know why? This is why. Because if I launch the video at noon and at 12:02, someone's going, you should react to this, that means you did not watch my reaction. You didn't give two shits about whether the band that was on the video, the music that was being done, the content, my reaction, none of that. You just jumped in there and posted a request to get what you wanted out of it. You didn't even bother even watching the video. You want to know how I know? Because everybody knows when it comes to me, if it's 2 minutes after the start of the video, the song hasn't started yet. I'm still talking. Y'all know how I am. So when those happen, I'm not doing them. I'm just not. It defeats the purpose. So if you want your request done, there are 3 ways to do it. You can privately contact me on Instagram. Just send a request chat. Give me one. Look, it's the number after 0 and before 2. Give me one request that I can do for you. And I'll see what I can do about getting it done as soon as possible. But if you send me 6, 7, 8, 20, 30 requests in a list, now I'm starting to feel like I'm a fucking jukebox for you. And I'm not. I want to react to songs that are special to people. You don't have 30 songs that are special to you. You have one. Now, there are people that will come in the super chat and they do have 20, 30 songs they want to see me react to because they want it. And they want to support the channel to make me do it. They're not obligated. They do it. Thank you. It keeps us going. It's awesome. It's amazing. It helps pay for my kids' medical bills. Not complaining about that. But I'm doing this because I love it. I'm doing it because I love the content that I get to share with all of you. And today, this morning, I now have a copyright strike all the way to September because I knew that this artist was going to either copyright strike me or at least copyright claim and block it for however many days. But because I felt bad for this person because they were complaining about it, I thought about doing it and I got a copyright strike for it. I'm just going to let you guys know now. Without specific permission from the artist or the organization itself, do not ask me for a Eurovision reaction. Whatever you do, I am not doing it. I know y'all all love Eurovision. I love Eurovision. I think it's great. But I can tell you right now, WGM, SME, Amuse, and Eurovision, you don't screw with those four things. WMG, SME will copyright claim anything at any time for any reason if you use up to 2 seconds of it. And I've seen them do it. And you guys know this. Amuse is not amused by you doing anything with Baby Metal. We all know that. And so is Eurovision. Eurovision owns it. They will block you, and they don't care. Even if you're trying to promote their stuff, they're like, if it's not us. It's funny. But did you guys know? I didn't realize this until later. I did a reaction to a Eurovision artist, and I used the Eurovision performance because it's the only place you can use it because they own it, I guess. And I stopped it at all the right times, gave plenty of gaps and everything else. And I got an email from Eurovision saying, this is your only warning. We will copyright strike you on the next attempt to use any of our music. And I was like, and I sent them an email back, and I was talking to them, and then they sent me an email back, and I sent them and I asked them the question. I was like, well, wait a minute. If I type the name of the song that I just reacted to, and I type in reaction, there's like 10 or 15 channels reacting to it. And they're like, no, those are ours. So when you see on Eurovision, you see those little groups of people sitting down reacting to Eurovision songs, they work for Eurovision. They're fake. I was like, what? Eurovision actually has members of their staff film reactions so that they could promote it but still control it. I was like, what? And then I looked at it and I realized, wow, those channels only reacted to Eurovision songs. And then I realized they are Eurovision. I'm learning very quickly how crooked and twisted YouTube is. And I'm going to keep doing what I love. So if you send me a request that says, hey, I want to request to this, and I'm looking at you and I'm like, dude, there is no way I'm reacting to Metallica, the Loaded album, in the height of the Napster age. There's no way. If you came up to me and said, dude, I want you to do a reaction to The Memory Remains the Same from Metallica, the Loaded album, I'm gonna be like, I can't. Because even if Metallica was like, yeah, go ahead, dude, it'd be great. Old School Nerd, we love your reactions. You're the man, dude. Woo! Even if Lars himself gave me a video call, he FaceTimed me and said, dude, it's Lars from Metallica. You want to do Memory Remains the Same? Totally cool, dude. Go ahead and go for it. Yeah, it's still going to get copyright claim and probably striked. Why? Because at the time it was recorded and released, a contract was signed and a copyright was issued, and the algorithm and the company that runs it, they don't care. They own it, they own the copyright, and they come after you. These are things I'm finding out very, very quickly. Now, it's one of the reasons why we don't have Throwback Thursdays anymore. Remember when we used to have Throwback Thursdays? I'd always do stuff between 2000, from 1995 to 2015. Yeah, 1995 to 2015 is the biggest crunch lockdown of copyrights on YouTube of all time. There are reactioners that have been on YouTube since way back, millions of subscribers, and they're getting copyright claims now for stuff that they reacted to from 2002, 2004 and stuff when it first started, because those copyrights are just being enforced, and they can be enforced at any time. So there's a video that I did, and it's a Eurovision song, and I loved it. And the artist, copyright. So as of right now, I had a copyright strike before, because I did a Eurovision artist. And that has now since expired. So clean slate. And then this morning, because I did a particular artist that I knew wasn't going to like it, but 15, 16 requests for the stupid thing, I thought, okay, I'll do this one just so the person will understand that I'm not ignoring them. And I have a copyright strike till September. So I have to be very, very careful. So a lot of you have videos you want me to do. I'm going to do as many as I can. Okay. There are a lot that I may not be able to do because I know they run a risk. I'm going to give you a list of names, and I want you to understand that these people are amazing. People like Violet Orlandi, people like Leo Maracchioli. There's quite a few artists that post on YouTube, and not only do they support people reacting to their stuff, because if people are reacting and loving what they do and sharing their art, then more people check them out. And it's just it's a relationship, and I appreciate those artists out. And there's more than just those two. There's quite a few. I don't want to mention names because there are a few that may not like me talking about that. So this is what's going on. So tonight, I have Caroline's Corner came out about an hour ago. We have Unlucky Morpheus. We have an interesting Trent Reznor remake of Immigrant Song today. And we have the live stream for Dungeons and Dragons tonight, where it's going to get weird. Tomorrow, I've got some more reactions coming. I'm going to try to get through the entire list of the super stream reactions done this week so we can have a super stream this Sunday. And there may be more restrictions coming. They're not my idea, but I love doing this, and the whole idea of having the entire channel deleted because I can't do reactions to some of this stuff. I know you guys want me to do it because you think it'd be great, but there are certain things that I can't. If it's Dimash, please don't ask me. I did 2 Dimash reactions, and it took me almost 2 months to get out of the hole on that one. Because Dimash might be a great performer, and he has millions of views and millions of followers and a rabid fan base, and he's so awesome and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, but the person who owns his music is a thunder word. And they protect his music to where even me reacting to it is a big, huge no-no. Which is why when people message me, you haven't done any Dimash reactions, why aren't you doing it? Because you can't. At first, I was trying to figure out why people were sending me messages like, you're the first reactor I've seen do a Dimash song. That's great. Yeah, there's a reason why I was the only one. Because most people have to get permission from him first or his company first. And you have to have a certain, following to be able to do that. It's weird. There are some bands. It's funny. There are some bands that will approach you because they want you to do a reaction, and then there are certain artists that if you don't ask them first, God help you. Yeah, it's just the way it is. So as much as we love YouTube, and it is technically the new radio when artists want to get their stuff out, and I think it's awesome, and I love to help them, and I love it when we share ideas. I just need people to understand that if I tell you no, it's not because I don't like you, and it's not because I only want to do the music that I want to do. It's because there are certain artists and lists that I've received from other reactors who've been down the hard roads. There are a list of artists. I have 4 lists right now. I have the SME list, the WMG list, and the Eurovision list. I got those. I received those from a friend of mine who works with reactors and stuff, and he was like, "Here's a list. Don't ever do these artists because these companies are they're like zero tolerance." I'm like, wow. So didn't realize it was a thing, but apparently it is. All right, I've talked for 30 minutes. That was my good morning Monday morning vent. I'm not stopping. I'm going to continue, but I have to be careful. So please be patient. If you have reactions you want me to do, please contact me directly and do not flood me with reaction requests. Give me one that you really want. I'll do that one. Come back and ask for another. If you send me a list, I'm not going to do it because it's just too many. It just overwhelms me. And also, if you want to put them in the comments, I'm warning you. There are already 2 of you that I've called out, and I've messaged you, I've emailed you saying, I know what you're doing. Please stop spamming a request for whatever band you're promoting in my chat channel. I'm not going to do it because you're spamming on purpose to promote the band that either you're working for or whatever the case. Spamming my channel with the same request over and over and over again is just going to get me to go, I'm not doing that one. I don't care who it is. I want this to be a real reaction channel with real people giving me their real requests so I can do real reactions and make real mistakes like most of this video that people are probably going to hate. Oh well, I tried. It's Monday, can't you tell?